90 Day Fiance, The Last Resort, Season 2, Episode 12 recap. Jasmine and Gino, they're in the room, they're talking, and they're discussing the exercise that they did while at the campsite, where the couples were supposed to bring up a memory of some way that they'd hurt their partner and what they should have done differently. And Gino at the campsite kind of made something up, but finally he tells Jasmine that what he really wanted to say was that he wished that he had told her about the bachelor party, that he wished he hadn't gone to the dancing club, and that he hadn't behaved the way he did and touched the women the way he did. And then he goes on to further say that he feels that's kind of when the marriage declined, and that when they started losing their intimacy, when they started losing their communication, and that was kind of like a pivotal point for their marriage. So then Florian and Gino are talking, and Gino says to Florian that in order for me to be intimate with my wife, what's it going to take? She needs to be on her best behavior for 1 to 3 months before I'll even consider it. He says she needs to stop yelling at me, we need to stop having daily fights, and she needs to listen to me when I talk to her for at least 1 to 3 months. Florian is just floored by this. That is just way too long to go. Stacy, Julia, and Jasmine are sitting around. They're just about to go to dinner with their partners, and Jasmine brings up an open marriage again. And she says, I actually have somebody in mind for this. Do y'all want to talk to him? And Julia's like, hey, let's FaceTime him. And so they FaceTime this guy named Matt, who a few episodes ago when she was having issues with Gino, she called Matt and Matt kind of like talked her through it because she wanted to leave. She says they met at the gym and that he approached her several times and she kind of just kept ignoring him. And then finally she agreed to talk with him, and that at some point shortly before they went on the show, on The Last Resort, that she had proposed the idea of maybe making him the third person in their marriage. She says at this time they haven't done anything, there's no relationship, they're just friends, they're just gym buddies. But Julia and Stacy say that it seems a little more chummy than that. So they FaceTime with him, and as we all know, he's eventually going to be her baby daddy less than a year later. And then all the couples go to dinner together. Matt stays at home in Michigan. Florian and Stacy are talking because her twin sister, Darcy, who actually was first on the show several seasons ago, she was on the show with a couple different partners, then they had their own spin-off and stuff. She is married now. Darcy, the sister, and Stacy's husband, Florian, have a really close relationship. And at one point, Stacy says that Florian told her that the sister, Darcy, told Florian, you're just better off single. That really hurt Stacy, and so she's got a lot of stuff with her sister. But the sister's gonna come, and they're all gonna have therapy. Darcy shows up. It's this whole thing. They go back to Stacy's room. They chat about it, and then Darcy's like, fine, I'm out. If you don't want me here, I'm leaving. And that's basically where we left off of the episode.